Hey guys, welcome to Chat with KST. It's your girl Kay, and today we're going to be discussing Ja Morant. I hope I'm saying this young man's name correctly, but if I'm not, you can definitely correct me in the comment section down below if you listen to this on YouTube. But nonetheless, we're going to jump into it in a quick second. Before we do jump into it, I do want to advise our YouTube family that this is indeed a podcast, right? And being that it's a podcast, you won't be able to see much of any visuals, but stick around for the entire show. Nonetheless, let's jump into who Ja Morant is. Ja Morant is an NBA player who has been seen for the second time flashing a weapon on Instagram Live. And this is how Mr. Kwame Brown reacted to Ja Morant flashing the gun on Instagram Live.
Play with guns, huh, boy? You like to play with guns, huh, boy? You like to play with guns. So instead of you just being in your house, buying all the guns you want, playing with all the guns you want off camera, you want to get in trouble for having a gun at a club, give a bullshit apology, and then show a gun on Instagram Live. I've heard of NBA young boy, but you NBA dumb boy. You got to be the dumbest mother in the league. You got $231 million promised to you, and you want to be a thug? Yeah, it's okay for you to have a gun. You have a right. You have a Second Amendment right to have a gun. But what the do you keep pulling it out menacing for? What is up with all this music you keep listening to? Is this music putting you in a trance, dumb boy? Because this music is about to cost you your career. You're going to be bouncing around with all day long, just listening to music in the backyard of a goddamn shack if you keep on being a jacket. You's an NBA dumb boy, and your friends ain't your goddamn friend. Because I done dumb shit before, and you know when I noticed a real friend, they're going to tell you when you wrong, and then they ain't going to argue with you, but they just not going to participate and go with you in the bull. See, a real friend don't keep telling no man over and over and over what's right and what's wrong. You just tell them, and you let them make their own decision, but you don't. I wouldn't be the friend in the car next with you, recording you doing something stupid.
And I stand corrected, actually, because Mr. Kwame Brown said that the first incident of him flashing the gun was in a club, and the second incident was on Instagram Live. Now, according to reports, the first incident that occurred, people forgave him and stood beside him and said, hey, he should return to the NBA following the suspension and all of that, which made him return, right? And then here he goes again, hanging out with his friends in the car, dancing, listening to music, and he flashes the weapon yet again. Now, I personally feel like Mr. Kwame Brown's message is definitely accurate. Sometimes you do have to show people tough love, and you have to give them the raw truth. Like, do you want to ruin your career, or do you want to have a successful career? And if you're going on the road that you're going down, the NBA, they don't care how good you are. They will dispose of you. They don't care. They will dispose of their best players. Understand that in any career, in any field that you are, you're replaceable, easily replaceable. So you have to treat your job like it's an actual job, no matter if you're able to have the luxury and afford the luxury of being able to do something that you love. Treat it like a job. Treat it with respect. If there's certain things you won't do, like if there's certain things you won't do in corporate America, don't do it amongst a field where your job would be notified. It's like if you know that you're a public figure and your job is to appear before the public and be the best that you can be and put your best foot forward, don't go around flashing weapons on camera. That just doesn't make any sense. I feel like this young man, he needs a lot of work. He needs a lot of people in his corner to protect him, to guide him on the right track, to pull him away from the people that are trying to tear him down, to pull him away from the people that aren't good for him, to help him to stay focused on the bigger picture and the bigger goal, and not get lost in the rebel of bullshit, basically. And yeah, I enjoyed Mr. Kwame Brown's message, and I feel like he said enough, and it's nothing more for me to say. I want to hear you guys' thoughts and comments down below on the Ja Morant situation. If you are listening to this on YouTube, and if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, we'll talk next time. Laters.